Okay, students, are you able to see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in last lecture we discussed about the formation of PN junction, right? And in that, at that time we discussed that when you connect one P and N material together, then uh, due to the diffusion of the holes and the electrons, right? Some electron and holes will recombine and a small region will be formed where there will be no free charge carriers, right? Only immobile ions are there. So that region is called a space charge region or depletion region. Okay, right. Now we can say there are one rectifier, we can say uh, rectifier, PN junction. Means in those diode which we use for the rectification. So I call it as a rectifier PN junction, and another diode is Zener diode, right? Another is Zener diode. So in case of Zener diode, uh, Zener diode is formed by doping the impurity heavily. So it is heavily doped. Right? It is heavily doped. Now, if it is heavily doped, now here you can see the doping is very high. So due to that high doping, the recombination of electron and hole will be very fast. In very small region, they will recombine, and the depletion region formed will be very small, right? The depletion region formed will be very small. Why it is like this? Due to the heavily doping of P and N material. Due to this, what will happen? Depletion region is small. Depletion region is small, right? Now here I write rectifier. PN junction. So in rectifier PN junction, the doping is lightly doped. Lightly doped. Right? P type and N type impurities are lightly doped in rectifier PN junction diode. And if it is lightly doped, then the consequence is the depletion region is wider. Right? Depletion region is wider, right? So why it is wider? Because it is lightly doped. If it is lightly doped, then for the recombination, more space will be covered for the recombination. That's why the depletion region form is white. Now, in case of Zener diode, another thing is this diode experience Zener breakdown. Zener breakdown. right? And in rectifier diode, this experience avalanche breakdown. Now this Zener breakdown and avalanche breakdown takes place when your diode is under reverse bias condition, right? So this Zener breakdown in bracket we can write under reverse bias. Under reverse bias. And avalanche breakdown also takes place under reverse bias. Okay, so can anyone tell what is the difference between this Zener breakdown and avalanche breakdown? Both are taking place under reverse bias condition, right? So this is a similarity that both takes place under reverse bias condition. But what is the difference? Can anyone tell? Yeah, any student? See this Zener breakdown which happens in Zener diode under reverse bias condition is not destroy the diode permanently. Right? And in case of normal rectifier PN junction diode, it destroyed a diode. It destroy diode permanently. Okay. So see, I will tell you how this will happen. First, I will take the example of normal rectifier diode. Right, I will take normal rectifier diode. Suppose this is a normal rectifier diode. This is the P region, this is the N region, right? And this is the depletion layer, right? It is wide here, it is a depletion layer. Depletion layer. So in the P side, we find the immobile negative ions. These are immobile negative ions. And in N side, we find immobile positive ions. Right? Again, I repeat, how in N side, why we get this positive ion? Because see, we have added a pentavalent impurity, right? 5 electrons are there in the outermost shell. 4 electrons have formed the covalent bonding with the neighboring silicon atoms. And the fifth electron is loosely attached. So if that fifth electron is become free from that pentavalent impurity atom, then the atom will become positive ion, right? Because it has lost the negative charge, so it will behave as a positive ion. Same way, if you come to the p side, we have that trivalent impurity having 3 electrons in the outermost shell. So these 3 electrons will form the covalent bonding with the 3 neighboring atoms, but there is a vacancy of for the fourth electron to complete the bond. So the electron will come from the silicon atoms. So once the impurity atom will gain the electron, then it will become negative ion. So that's why here you will find it is negative ion, right? So in this diagram, see, in the space charge region, what I have shown, there is only negative ions here in the p side and positive ions here at the n side. But apart from these also, you will see all the charge carriers are not moved away from in this depletion region. You will find still one or two small amount of charge carriers are there. So in p side, you will find some small amount of holes are there. And inside you will find in this space charge region or depletion region, some free electrons are there. Okay. Now, if you reverse bias this rectifier diode, reverse bias, P is connected to negative terminal and N is connected to positive terminal. Okay. And we find that in p side there is some minority carrier electrons are there, in n side there is minority carrier holes are there, right? Now just you see this minority carrier electron in the p side, it will be attracted towards the positive terminal of the battery, which is connected to the n material. Here it is positive terminal of the battery, here it is negative. So this free electron, it will start moving through in this direction, right? Now what will happen when it will move in this region? Then while moving, it will gain a high kinetic energy, right? So what will happen? This will attain a high kinetic energy. Due to the movement, it will gain some energy, and that energy will be your kinetic energy. Okay. So a very high so what will happen, since it is moving in this depletion region and the distance of the depletion region, it is very wide, so it will cover lot of space while moving. So it will gain the velocity, and by gaining the velocity its kinetic energy will be very high. So these high kinetic energy electrons, when they are moving in this depletion layer, they will collide with these atoms, right? These atoms are there, positive ion and negative ion. So they will collide with these atoms, and with the collision, what they will do, suppose it collide with this and it will generate some other electron also. Due to the collision, electrons will come out from these atoms, right? Now this electron, it will again start moving, it will again gain the kinetic energy, then it will strike some other atom. From there again some electron will come out, right? Then these, so now what will happen? This is a cumulative process, means many electrons, they will collide with these atoms and they will generate free electrons here in this depletion region. So now large number of free electrons will be there. If this reverse bias voltage is sufficiently high, then due to the high electric field, these charge carriers will attain a very high velocity, and these high velocity charge carriers when strike with the atoms, then they will make the electrons from the atom come out, right? Then you will find large number of electrons are there. Okay, then you will find large number of electrons are there. So if I will draw this graph, here it is V and this side minus B. Minus B means reverse bias. This is reverse bias. So under reverse bias condition, generally you find the current is like this. Due to magnetic carrier, it is very small. But at very high voltage, suddenly large amount of electrons are there, and due to this, the current will sharply increase. Right? The current will sharply increase. And why this increment in the current is there sharply? Due to the availability of the large number of free electrons in the depletion layer due to the collision of the electrons, right? And this high amount of current will generate very large amount of heat, right? Because we know that P is equal to IV. If I is more, then more power will be generated, heat will be generated, and this diode will burn out. Right? This diode will burn out. And since see, this is one atom. Suppose this is one positive ion, and if some electron strike this, then the electrons from the lattice will come out. Electrons from the lattice of this positive ion will come out. So the lattice will be destroyed, right? Because by striking the high speed electron, those electrons are come out. That's why the lattice of this atom will be destroyed. Okay, and this is a permanent in nature. That's why once this type of these type of electrons come out, even if you remove the reverse bias, it will not go at the same place because that lattice has been broken. Okay, so this is the avalanche breakdown, right? So you see avalanche breakdown, it happens in the lightly doped diode. Depletion region is wide, and this phenomena is called as avalanche breakdown. What is avalanche breakdown? Now if somebody asks what is avalanche breakdown, in avalanche breakdown, under the reverse bias condition, a very high electric field is generated in the depletion region, right? In this depletion region, and the electrons gains very high velocity. With the high velocity, when they strike the atoms, then the electrons of the impurity atoms will come out, right? Will come out, and suddenly the current will increase and it will destroy the diode permanently, right? This is avalanche breakdown. Now if you see, Zener diode, if you see the Zener diode, then Zener diode is formed by the heavily doping of p-type and n-type material, right? Suppose this is p-type, this is n-type. So now here what will happen, the depletion region will be small. This is the depletion region, it is small, and here we find the negative ions. We find the negative ions. Okay. Okay, now we have connected this to the reverse bias condition. Okay. Okay, you tell me one thing, right? Suppose this is some distance d. This is some distance d. Right, and here we have applied some potential plus 5 volt. And here we have applied 0 volt, right? So there a electric field will be produced here, electric field. Electric field is given by volt per meter, right? Now you see this diagram. Now distance is small, only this much is the distance, right? This much is the distance. Here we have applied plus 5 volt and here we have applied 0 volt. So here also we will get some electric field volt per meter. Suppose this is case A and this is my case B. So electric field will be more in case A or case B. Someone can tell me. Electric field will be more in case A or case B. In case A, distance between the potential difference is more. In case B, distance between the potential difference is less. So where you will find high electric field? In case A or case B? Yeah, some student respond. Yes, tell me. Don't keep quiet. Otherwise, I will think no one is there. Oh, am I talking to no one? Or is there students are there?
One
Yes,
second,
B,
question.
sir.
Yeah, the question is electric field will be more in case A or case B, where the same potential is applied, but the distance is more in case A and distance is less in case B. So electric field will be more in case B, right? Electric field means volt per meter. Now you see in Zener diode, right? Suppose here we have applied same 5 volt. Okay. And you see this normal PN junction diode. Here also I have applied same 5 volt. Now you see depletion layer is more in this diode, rectified diode. Whereas in Zener diode, depletion layer is less. So in which diode you will find more electric field? Same amount of
Zener
voltage we
diode.
have. Yes, same amount of voltage we have applied, but in Zener diode you will get more electric field, right? Now, okay, this point is clear. Now another point I will tell you. Now suppose this is the distance, right? One electron is here. One electron here is here at this point X, right? It is moving towards this direction and this is Y. Okay. So now in an electric field, it is moving in this direction. Now see another case, this case. One electron is here. This place is L and this place is M. Again, it is moving in this direction. In which case, suppose this is my case A and this is my case B. In which case it will gain high velocity? In A or in B? Or you just see
Case B, sir.
case B, it will gain high velocity. Okay, you just think one condition. You are in your room. You just think you are in your room. From there are two walls. From one wall you start running and you reach the second wall. This is case one. Second case is there is some more distance is there, right? In your room the distance is less. You start running from wall one and you will reach to the wall two. How much velocity you will get? Now see the case two. There is more distance. If you start running from one place to second place, where you will get more velocity? where the space is more, because see, you are getting some time to run, right? Then after a certain time you will attain a high velocity. If space is less, then how you will gain the velocity? The moment you start running, immediately you will get stopped due to that wall, right? But if there is more distance, then after certain time you will attain more velocity, right? So now with these 2 points, if distance is less, so here you will get less velocity. Okay. So now you see this rectifier diode. Here the distance is more, right? Depletion region is wide. So what will happen if the electron will start moving from one place to another place? Then it has sufficient time to gain the velocity. So due to that high velocity, it will have high kinetic energy. With high kinetic energy, when it will strike any atom, then electrons will come out by breaking the lattice, because very high velocity electrons are striking the atoms. Okay. Now you see this case, Zener diode. The depletion region is very small. So suppose there is one free electron this side. If it starts moving, then it will not gain a very high velocity because space is less. So with the less velocity, if it will strike any atom, then what will happen? Electron will not come out from the lattice, right? Because less speed electrons are striking the atoms. That's why electrons will not come out from the lattice of the ions, lattice of the atoms. Correct? But at the same time, you see, since the depletion region is small, due to this, what about the electric field? Electric field will be very high, right? Electric field will be very high. And due to this high electric field, the covalent bond will break. Okay? The covalent bond will break. And once the covalent bond will break, then you will find again a large amount of free electrons are available. And if large amount of free electrons are available, then again more current will flow. So this is called as Zener breakdown. In Zener breakdown, due to high electric field, covalent bond breaks. And due to that, there is sudden rise in temperature. Okay. Whereas in avalanche breakdown, what is happening? Due to the high kinetic energy, when electron strikes some atom, then it will break the lattice of the atom and electrons will come out. So in both the cases, more number of electrons are generated, whether it is avalanche or whether it is Zener breakdown. But the difference is, in avalanche breakdown, more number of electrons are generated due to the breaking of the lattice. And in Zener breakdown, the more number of electrons are generated due to the breaking of the covalent bond. Okay. So if you remove this reverse bias in the Zener diode, then what will happen? Again, those electrons will come back to the covalent bond position because lattice is not broken, right? If lattice is not broken, then electrons will come back to the same position. That's why this diode will not burn permanently. Okay, because lattice is not defected now. Whereas in avalanche breakdown, lattice has been broken due to the high speed electrons striking to the atoms. Okay, so you got the point. So here you can see point number 4, not destroy the diode permanently and destroy the diode permanently. Okay, another thing you can write here. In Zener diode, do higher current, high current produced due to breaking of the covalent bond. Due to breaking of covalent bond. Under Jenner breakdown condition. Under Jenner breakdown condition. Okay. Now same thing if you see in rectifier diode, high current. High current due to breaking of the lattice. Lattice means structure. Due to breaking of the lattice under avalanche breakdown. Avalanche breakdown. Right. So now you can explain the avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown concept also, right? Zener breakdown is temporary because once you remove the reverse bias, the electrons will come back to the covalent bond position. Whereas avalanche breakdown is permanent because the lattice has been permanently destroyed. Right? Okay. Any question? Any doubt? Right. So Zener diode is used. So now what is the application of Zener diode? Yeah, can anyone tell? Application.
Voltage regulator.
Yes, application of Zener diode is voltage regulation. And application of normal rectifier diode in rectifier, right? Right. So have you seen that Zener diode experiments you have done in diploma, right? Have you seen that Zener diode?
Sir,
Okay. Yeah, this diode you might have seen, right? This one. This is normal PN junction diode. Number is 1N4001, 1N4002, like this. So here you find the silver band. So silver band indicates this is N region, N type. This terminal is N type, right? And so you can find this silver band here. This this band, this indicates this is N terminal. And other side, see here, there is no silver band. So this indicates this is P type. Then Zener diode diagram. Have you seen that or not? That diagram I don't have. Okay. Right. Okay. See, now if we see what is happening here. Okay. Now, if you see the VI characteristic, VI, of PN junction, then you will find it like this. This is x-axis. Here this is, we have applied some forward bias. We denote it by VF, and VR is the reverse bias, and IF is the forward current, and IR is the reverse current. So this is your PN junction. Suppose this is your PN junction. If you apply the forward bias, then some this type of curve you will get, right? So this is the forward voltage in case of germanium. In case of germanium, this is 0.3 volt, and in case of silicon, it is 0.7 volt, right? After this much voltage, the potential barrier which was formed, it will break, and then only there is sudden rise in the current, right? But if you see the reverse bias, you will find some this type of current. So here the current will be in milliampere in forward bias condition. In reverse bias current, if you are increasing the reverse bias, then also almost you will find current is same. It is not increasing, and this current is in the range of microampere, right? So now, can anyone tell why this reverse bias current is there? Reverse bias current is there due to what reason? Why there is current in the reverse bias condition? Why there is current in reverse bias condition? Because you see here, or see this diode, right? In the P side we have holes. Or we leave this. I will draw another figure. This is P, this is N, and this is reverse bias condition, right? So there are the holes in P side. There are electrons in the N side. So here this is negative and this is positive. So electrons, they cannot move, and holes, they cannot move this side, electrons cannot move this side. So ideally there should be no current flow, right? There should be no current flow. But we find that under reverse bias condition, there is a small amount of current is flowing in a microampere region. Why it is like this? Can anyone tell? Yes. Can anyone tell why there is a reverse bias condition? Under reverse bias condition, there is a current flow through the device, PN junction.
There
Don't
is
keep
some
it.
breakdown voltage, sir.
There is some.
Breakdown voltage, sir.
No. I have applied a reverse bias which is much lower than the breakdown voltage of this diode. Okay. Because suppose the breakdown voltage, let us assume the breakdown voltage is let us assume 50 volt. Reverse bias condition, 50 volt is breakdown. But I have applied this voltage. This is much less. It is 10 volt only. Right? Now you see in P type, majority carriers are holes, but minority carriers are electrons. Less number of electrons are there, but they are there, minority carrier electrons. And these minority carriers are created due to the thermal energy, right? And same way in N type, you will find the minority carriers are holes, right? Now you see this reverse bias. It has become the forward bias for the minority carrier. In P type, you have electrons. They can move towards the positive terminal of the battery. In N type, the holes, they can move towards the negative terminal of the battery, right? So this reverse bias has been the forward bias for the minority carrier. And since the number of minority carriers are less, so movement are there. Movement of these carriers will be there, but they are less in number. That's why less amount of current will flow. That's why in the reverse bias, you find current is there, but it is in microampere range. It is very small, right? And in forward bias, the current is due to the majority carrier. That's why current is in milliampere range, because majority carrier are more, right? So here, if you increase the reverse bias, then also under reverse bias condition, current is not increasing because number of minority carriers are fixed. When the number of minority carrier will increase, if you increase the temperature, then what will happen? More and more valence electron will go to the conduction band and more minority carriers will create. That's why under the reverse current is also called as reverse saturation current. Reverse saturation. Why it is called as saturation current? Because its value is almost constant. See, you are increasing the reverse voltage. Even then, this current is not increasing too much. It is almost constant. So it is called as a reverse saturation current. It depends upon temperature. If you increase the temperature, then its value will increase, right? Okay, so we will continue from here in the next class. Any question is there, then you may ask.
No, sir.
Okay, so students present is 14, 15, 16, 17. They are present.
Sir, I have some
14.
notes from you.
You want?
Some
Notes.
notes.
One thing, these videos these lectures I am recording. You are getting those recorded lecture? See, whatever today I conducted, this I am recording. So you are getting this recording.